Okay, welcome to on the picnic table, in the bag on the table, in the bag.
Yep.
Still workshopping the name of this series, but we are here with Catrina Allen, and we are going to do the long-awaited check-in with what you're throwing.
Overdue, yep.
We offered an in the bag from me.
Not interested?
Not interested. We offer a bag from Catrina Allen, and everybody loses their minds. So let's get into it. Let's go top to bottom. Let's do putters.
Or do you want? Yeah, well, let's go up here.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I have my putting steady DL, beadless
DLBL.
DLBL, and then I have the twin, but I just approach and throw it off the tee.
Do you know which is which?
Yes. Can you tell which is which?
Not. I mean, like, no, not really. Well, is that on purpose?
Mm-hmm.
Do you always hold your putters like in the same spot?
Same exact spot.
That's amazing. Do you see this? You just always.
So no matter what happens, I know there's no extra. Like you can look, just has my name on the inside rim.
So you always know which is which. Putting, approach.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yep. And then I have a KK Pro Line Breaker, which I love for sidearm approach is what I use it for the most. I love that there's not a lot of ground action. So like tricky greens or fast greens or yeah, I'm just very confident I'm gonna get up and down when I have to throw this for the sidearm. Yeah.
This is Team DGA member Christine King, KK. That's her stamp there. So we got a KK breaker.
Yep.
Love it.
And then I have another steady BL, and this is in the ice plastic. And this is beaten in a little bit, but at first it was very overstable. So now it's even better, because nothing's better than a stable disc that beats in. Still great stability. I use this off the tee. For me, it has a little bit more glide.
Yeah, I was going to say,
and a little more stability.
Is there like a distance break off where you stop throwing this and you start throwing that?
It's really just a feel thing. I know that doesn't make sense, but sometimes I'm just like, just need a little extra stability and a little extra glide.
So you can put a little more on this one. Yeah.
And it seems to go a little longer. Now mitts. So I carry 5 mitts. I have, oh gosh, here we go.
Oh gosh.
A first flight Tremor.
What?
Wow.
What?
Nailed it.
Everybody's like,
right? Obviously understable. So I use it in the woods, or I also use it like patent pending when I need to throw something that's got to get right in the woods and I don't have a sidearm. I got a patent pending. If it would ever just calm down with the wind on tour, I would throw it a lot more.
You're going to be throwing it a lot here into the headwinds.
Yeah, I'll probably throw it
club, right?
On the island, 320 into a headwind.
Yeah, really exactly. Perfect.
Then I have 3 SP riffs. 2 of them are my signature edition first release. And these are both very glidey, straight, with just a little bit of stability. And these 2 probably do really similar things. But one tournament I might just like be feeling the purple, and I might just be feeling the blue. And there's really no exactness to that madness.
That's enough of a reason right there. What you're feeling.
I will not. Every time I'm like, I should probably take one of those out because they do very similar things. Just whatever I'm feeling.
Well, you've got the space. We can talk about the bag in a second.
Yeah. And then this one is actually domier and more stable. So I use this when I need the stability, when it's windy.
Okay.
And then I have a Proline Quake, which I use for sidearms and for backhands. Obviously, more overstable than the Rip.
Now, you've thrown this one since day one. We've seen you on coverage throwing so many clutch upshots with this one.
Yeah. Yeah, I thought it almost went in last weekend. Yeah.
This is what we would call a soapy Proline disc because it almost presents as SP, but obviously you can see there's no sparkle in it. So sometimes Proline, which typically looks like this, will come out almost clear-ish, and it's a rare find, and it's a beautiful disc. So
someone explained to me why they do that. why Proline? Do you know why?
Tell
like
us.
the reason?
No.
I don't know the specifics, but like when they're buying the plastic, it's the same materials as the stuff that turns out like this.
Okay.
And that's it. Because you know they buy them in beads.
Right.
Plastic comes in beads.
Okay.
So when they buy them, it's like the same. What's the right word I'm looking for? Yeah, the whatever it's made up of is the same as all of this.
Okay.
But when it turns into a frisbee, it looks like that, even though it's this made out of this. Does that make sense?
Catrina, I'm going to be super honest with you. I went to 6 weeks of college, so I don't feel like I'm equipped.
So you're not a doctor
to handle this information.
I'm not equipped.
No, I was almost a doctor. I had just about wrapped it up, but then I dropped out.
So close. Shouldn't have dropped out. Okay, fairways. This is going to be a lot. There's too many.
I'm like, yeah, you're reaching your hand onto like
well, and I know I was
75% of what you have left in there. Well, they call her the Fairway Goddess. How do you feel about that? About that title? Because
I feel okay about it because I would like to hit more fairways than I'm hitting, but I guess it's not. It could be worse.
The ones that you're already hitting have earned you the title of goddess among your peers. So,
what's above goddess?
Well, in America, God, but the patriarchy. That's a whole other conversation we probably can't get into, on company time. So maybe not making the cut. Fairway drivers. Here we go. We got a whole stack of fairway drivers here.
It's a lot. It might be every fairway driver we make.
Probably not the Undertow.
Oh no.
Yeah.
I let everyone
close.
I haven't actually, to be honest with you, I haven't even thrown the Undertow because people talk so great about it, and I'm like, oh, yeah, because I need another fairway.
Because you have, we have a lot of great fairway drivers. So a lot of people will make their way through with just 1 or 2. Some people throw 3 or 4. But I mean, there's like 6 that you could choose from. So.
And there's actually. We'll just talk about them all.
There was a couple discs, and it looks to be $3,000 in cash. There's a steak in there.
There is, but it's very tiny.
There's a ribeye. Wait, there is.
My mom got it for me. It's literally a ribeye with a. I think it comes with a little knife. Yeah, it has a little knife.
I said there's a steak in there, and then she pulled a steak out of her bag.
It's just so delicate. It's got butter on it.
What I was gonna say, what is that mass?
I don't think it'll last, and I don't need to be in the middle of my round man. That might maybe.
We've seen how you grab this bag and go wha-bam, and just like
I did
just slam it. It wouldn't make it. It would make it 3 rounds, I don't think.
So it's in the bag, but it's not on the bag.
Well,
I'd have to.
There you go. Now the people at home are gonna always know that that's in there when you're walking around.
Ribeye day keeps the doctor away. Okay. Anyways, fairway drivers.
All right.
So, Proto Vortex.
Classic.
Yep. Heister flips, rollers, big turnovers, and also love it in the woods when I need to like get out and I don't have to throw it so hard and I know it's gonna flip up.
Yeah.
Get out of trouble. And then the sail. This is to me this is the next step up. A little faster, a little more stable.
Are you throwing rollers with both of them now?
Well, yeah, but
just different kinds, or are you like are you trying to figure out which one you're going to throw for rollers, or do you think you'll always use both?
I'll use both because this has a little more. This is always going to end right for me, and this is a little more stable. Okay. So it also depends on the wind, and it's just been really windy.
So you're not throwing any cut rollers with this, probably, but you might.
Yeah, this could for sure.
Okay.
And then I also love this. Say I need some distance, and there's tailwind, and there's like OB left. I can trust that that's gonna still finish, but not have the driver finish.
Yep.
And then I actually used to only have one pipeline. Right?
That's so sad.
And
what a situation.
I realized I was maybe thinking about throwing the pipeline on the island hole. here at Country Club, hole 16.
Yep.
And I played Country Club last night and then grabbed 2 of my backup pipelines today for my Jones round and found out that these are the most incredible pipelines as well. Don't know what to do because I already have too many fairway drivers, but
these are 6 stamps, by the way.
Right?
The pipeline icon just printed all around, and then a quarter quad DGA logos.
This one I've had in my bag pretty much all season, so it's very straight.
Yeah.
And so this has a little more stability.
I'm legally obligated not to say that any one of our discs is like the best disc in the world, because obviously we want to offer we want people to buy all of them.
Yeah.
So I can't just say like this is the best one. We have to say this one's better in these situations and those are better in these situations. So I'm not saying that the pipeline is the best disc in the world.
It's the universe.
It's bigger than that. You're thinking too small. It's the best disc in the universe.
I've been studying quantum physics, so
yes.
let me tell you about the pipeline.
I actually did a lot of that in my 6 weeks in college. That was about 4 of them, was quantum physics. So, Banzai.
Now I'm looking at this is a lot, huh? Okay, here we are.
You're like having identity crisis as we go through that. You're like, huh. Wow.
I need to reevaluate my disc bag. I have a Matt Bell.
Nice.
Nice. And
2021 Tour Series.
This one flies more stable for me. I feel like I can give it a little turn if I want to. And then I have this SP from 2018, I guess. Do you know about this tournament?
No, I don't.
Okay.
Sonoma Pro-Am. I could tell you where it was located and what type of players attended.
United Flyers of Sonoma. You good? Who won?
I could tell you there were pros, AMs. It was in Sonoma. It was in 2018. That's all the information that I have at this time.
Okay. Not as stable. A little bit straighter. Still going to finish left. This is going to sound crazy. Tell me your thoughts. The pipeline goes farther.
Yeah.
But this is just has more stability.
Yeah. 100%. Everyone agrees with that and like that. And if you don't, get out.
Okay. That's how I feel about things. I'm not a scientist like you.
Right.
And then I have a Tsunami. And this is, for me, very overstable. And I love it for sidearm and backhands. Say, like when my Quake or my Banzai.
Would you put it one tick above this guy?
Way more.
Way more.
For me.
Okay.
And for the way they're flying for me.
5 ticks.
Probably.
Yeah.
Like I have to throw this flat or turned.
Okay.
If I throw it with hyzer, it's going to go 60 feet. No, not really. Well, it's pretty safe.
No, not quite 60. 45. 55.
While we're on stable, guys, I always, since I've started playing pretty much, I've kept my 2, these are my, what do you call them?
Hellfire?
MEATWAGONS, stable guys.
Beefcakes.
Yes, beefcakes. I got an SP Hellfire. Very overstable. But this seems to have more action on the ground than the Tsunami for me.
Yeah.
So more skip. Like I love it when I need to like go around something, but then I need a lot of action. So that's what I use this for. And also sidearm approaches, same kind of thing. Very, very reliable. It's pretty too.
I was going to say, we've seen you throw some amazing shots with this one already.
Yep. Then I have my one and only Proline Hypercane with a De La Vega.
Wait. Not a Proline. Wait.
Yeah.
It's a Hypercane.
It is.
How did you get this?
I don't know. This is special, isn't it?
Oh, yeah. No, that's actually insane. I've never seen a Hypercane that doesn't have a proto or first flight stamp.
I know some people.
Like the shrug. Won a couple world titles and stuff, so that's amazing. I thought you were. I was like, no, surely it's like a Hurricane or something. That's amazing.
It's pretty sweet, and it's a sweet disc.
What do you find yourself reaching for the Hypercane for?
Oh no, I don't know. I just realized my knife broke.
It was out of that protective case for 11 seconds and it already broke.
This is why we can't have nice things.
That's you called it. You're like, I can't take it out. I'm afraid it will break.
It's so delicate. Glad it's not on my keychain. Okay. Hypercane. I mean, it's really, for me, it's more stable than my Hurricanes. Easy for sidearm. Yeah, windy. All these windy rounds, I've thrown off the tee a lot. It's reliable, and I still find it has good glide. It's not going as far as my Hurricanes or my Torrents, but yeah, I just trust it for those
Special
ones.
stamp.
Right. And then,
Guess I got to win a world title. Special stamp.
yeah, or you could have finished college and then adopted.
You could have
just buy one.
finished college.
All right, and then we have drivers. I have a Rogue. This Rogue used to be owned by Anthony Barella.
I was going to say, what? Is that a number?
Yes. It's not his dad's number anymore, but it says "Call I'm a Kid," and then it has his dad's name and number on it. So,
Interesting strategy.
so this is probably when AB was shorter than me. He probably threw this. If anyone can believe that was possible. So this is special. This was a gift from the Barellas, and it's got the 2009 Jewel at Emerald Park, which is in their backyard.
Oh,
Their backyard connects to the park. So it's a really special disc to me because they are very close friends of mine. And it also flies absolutely incredible.
Rogue for you, longer pipeline. Like, what are you pulling that out for?
Yeah, longer pipeline. It this one flies really straight, still finishes left, so I can kind of play with it, throw it flat, throw a little turn, throw it with some hyzer, let it flip up. It's it's a great control driver. I think it's a great disc. And the more you say, oh, so a longer pipeline, I'm realizing I do have too many discs. I'm not leaving.
We're gonna see Kat at DDO this week with like 6 discs.
Yeah.
Like, no.
And then I don't know, you probably never heard of these discs. So I probably should have saved these for last, because here we go. We're talking about these for 45 minutes probably.
No, we can just breeze by them, whatever.
Okay, so they're just Torrents. They're no big deal. I just throw them sometimes. They're not.
Okay, let's just like a couple more minutes. Okay, this is the Torrent. Kat's gonna tell you why it's great.
It's okay.
No. Listen, this is a really great. This is a big moment for the Torrent. We need this.
So the Torrent is great. So this one actually started pretty stable for me, and now it beats into a beautiful hyzer flipper. A little flatter.
This one's dome.
Yeah, that one's domey, glidey, but you really gotta be aware what the wind's doing.
Can I have it?
Yeah.
You have a lot of discs, Kat. Just saying.
So actually, the one that Dandridge.
Yeah.
I left it on my home course.
No.
I realized it after I had showered, washed my face. I was in my pajamas, and I'm like, oh, I was packing to the night before we were flying out to go to Champions Cup, and I was loading my bag up because, fun fact about my bag, you can put probably 40 discs and take it on the plane with you because it'll close up and everything. Anyways, so I was putting my backups in, and I don't know how many discs I have, but I know every disc in when the bag's in order. So I was putting everything in order, and I'm like, I had lost my one that he sent me. So I went back in the middle of the night. Well, not the middle of the night. It was like 10 o'clock.
In your DGA logo monogrammed pajamas. They're actually footie. They've got DGA just tiled all over them.
More like it was 30 degrees, and I had
Your
gloves
heated coat.
and everything, because I had to. It's like a course where you pull in, and then the course plays all the way to somewhere and back, and you can't drive up to there because it's a trail and interstate.
Yeah.
So you have to park in the parking lot, and I had to walk to the last hole to find out that the people behind us picked it up and never gave it back.
But the moral of the story is,
So now
2-time world champ, 6-time PDGA player of the year is trudging through 16 inches of snow in the middle of the night to try and find one Torrent. That's got to give you some kind of an indication.
I knew you were going to take that.
About the, about the value of it.
Yeah. So they're okay.
It's not that big a deal to me, it's just a disc, whatever. But Kat obviously really likes the Torrent. So you can get them at discgolf.com. Right.
All right. And then I have my Hurricanes, which when I'm practicing, I called them Marweed and Shasta.
Aw.
So Austin is on the course. He's like, probably Marweed here, probably Shasta. Oh, I'm like, can you throw Shasta back? I'm waiting for the time that Shasta or Marweed is on the course, and
they're like, what?
I just get always talking about us.
Maybe you could settle this for us. There's a little bit of a debate among DGA fans.
Okay.
You know, like this was the Hypercane last year because of the hummingbirds, and so like,
oh,
there's always kind of a little bit of an unofficial.
No, it's just
unofficial.
Shasta.
The Shasta cane was the year before that. So anyway,
okay.
This year, this one there's two front runners. Some people are calling this the Andycane, and some people are calling this the Swirlicane. Can you settle the debate for us?
Okay. An Andycane or a what?
Swirlicane.
No, it's an Andycane because it's candy cane.
Dang it! I'm over it. I took a risk. You know, I flipped a coin. It was 50-50 that was going to go my way, and you know, that's what you get with coin tosses.
But I'm just going to call it my Marweed, and my Shasta.
Well,
and these are both obviously more overstable for me. Mm-hmm. And my Marweed is flatter, and so I throw it more for like 340 to 360. Like I could throw it flat, and it's always going to hyzer.
Golf shot, hyzers, yeah. And
then Shasta has a little more dome, but a lot of stability. And so I can kind of force it over and get the same flight as, say, like a Torrent, but in these winds. So, Swirlicane sucks is what I'm saying. So I'm asking DGA not to send me any more discs because
so
I have every mold in my bag.
So we need to get Catrina Allen some undertows. We need SP and Proline undertows in the bag.
Like the squall, everyone's like, you don't throw the squall. And I'm like, please stop, everyone. I already have plenty of choices. So that's why probably when people ask me, oh, so what discraft discs do you throw? Or do you feel like, I'm like, please do not give me any more discs. I obviously am doing just fine.
We got the full gamut.
Yep.
Can you tell us a little bit about your awesome Squatch bag?
Do we have another hour? No, it is amazing. This is the Legend.
Something. Oh, the Squatch Legend.
This is the 2.0. And who just picked? Oh, was it Holly? Me and Holly, you know, if we're Bob, I'll grab her bag for her, vice versa. And she grabbed my bag for me the other day, and she was like astonished with how light it is. She's like, I used to tell everyone you had the heaviest bag ever, and I probably have more discs than I've ever had, and it's very light. Okay.
Looks heavy. I will be completely honest. I am also astonished
at how light it is.
Yeah, that's actually amazing.
Yeah.
Like I don't know what the actual weight would be.
But when it was
way lighter than it looks.
Completely full, like I had, I had this full. So you can get 5 discs on the side on the bottom, and then you can get like 3 or 4 up here, and this will zip up. And then I had 2 more putters in here. This was full, and then I closed, or when this comes down, you can also put discs like here.
Oh yeah, sure.
So it was awesome to fly out to a tournament and not feel like I had to put discs in my suitcase.
Yeah. You could put your suitcase in your disc bag.
Honestly. Some of my favorites are, I love that, like not only is there this pocket where you can put towels. So I actually, during Waco one round, it finally warmed up a little bit and I didn't need my heated jacket anymore. And I stuffed that
the whole thing
fit in the side.
Wow.
I mean, Deanne had to help me like hold it and I zipped it up, but it zipped up and the zipper's not like, you can see it's not torn or broken. Pretty sure these are waterproof.
Oh, yeah.
Yep. And I love that in addition to those, like you have all your towels and you have like stuff like that in there, but then you have a little pocket, like I have my phone, I think I have some sunscreen, some lip gloss. This is made for your phone, but because I don't care about my phone when I'm practicing or on the course. Oh, who made that?
Our cameraman.
I can't remember. That's all the credit you're going to give?
Or the Ben Sorensen.
Part of my decision to come to DGA was hearing that we're signing the Ben Sorensen.
Hi, I'm the Ben Sorensen.
It's the Squatch icon with the bow. I actually use this for my mini, so I don't lose it, but I still lose it. I think I like get in scramble mode and I throw an amazing shot and I'm so stunned that I just leave my mini.
You still get stunned when you throw a good shot?
Have you been to W.R. Jackson? These are my little Dior. I don't know what you'd call these. Ornaments? Flair ornaments? One of my best friends, Louisa Rainwater, also co-owns the Disc Golf Pro Tour. Yes. Me and her are Dior fans. And so she went with me when I purchased my first tour bag. And this came on my bag, and this came on, I don't know, all 20 things that she bought. She bought a blanket and a bunch of other cool stuff. But it was a very special moment for me. So these are more than just being cool Dior things.
Yeah, they're solid gold.
Yes.
And worth $75,000.
Probably.
So if you ever get in a bind on the course, you can trade those in.
Yep. In case
you need to buy a hot dog or something. I don't know what you want.
Or a steak.
When was the last time you had a hot dog?
Oh, I actually eat hot dogs. Why? You don't like hot dogs?
I actually don't like hot dogs, but I feel like that's like tabloid material. Because like you only eat
meat.
Like not processed. Like real. Because you said, I don't want to cuss on screen. But you said tomatoes are bullshit.
Well, tomatoes are...
So I'm thinking like tomato seems like a real out of the ground food to me. And hot dog seems like as mashed together as it comes.
They get a bad rap.
Hot dogs?
Hmm? If you get like a good one, like I want a hot dog with like the fewest ingredients ever.
Okay.
I don't want any fillers or any like seed oils or
like a
oil.
bratwurst with like cheese stuffed in the middle of it.
No, that's fine too.
You are blowing my mind. Let me ask you this.
If you make it right or you buy the right brand, there's nothing wrong with a hot dog.
You got a tomato and a hot dog. Which would you eat?
If I never ate a tomato again, I'd be just fine. So that'll answer that.
There you go. And that's what's in Catrina Allen's bag.
No tomatoes.
No tomatoes?
Are there tomatoes?